Yeah, hello and welcome to our Banter Blitz show for Wednesday evening. Yeah, it's evening at least in Germany. So I hope you all had a good week. And yeah, I'm going to kick off here with a couple of Blitz games. Let's see how the challenges look like. Yeah, do we have something? Is there a particular order there? First of all, I have to, yeah, get rid of this game and then look at the challenges. Last time I went from top to bottom. This time I'm just going to do it rather randomly. And the first game is against Ankmish. Okay, so let's go d4. I'm going to mix openings today. Going for Queen's Gambit. I got a very low sound here. Let me turn this up a little bit at least. So, Bishop g5. Yeah, hello to all of you in the chat. I'm happy to welcome all of you. Yeah, Queen's Gambit. I'll play with a quick rook d1, make it more difficult for black to get his c5 or e5 breaks in. Yeah, it's a very solid position for black. Here the rook on d1 doesn't look all that great, so probably I will have to play a quick rook c1 in the near future. White always should be a little bit better because the bishop on b7 cannot be as good as the bishop on d3. This is just a minor detail of the position. It's not like decisively. So what are we looking forward to? Yeah, we also have the Weichensee Tata Steel tournament coming up. Well, that starts, I think, at the weekend, over the weekend. So yeah, what is Ankmish going to do? Yeah, this looks like an interesting idea. He wants to trade the bishop. I think I have a little choice. I have to take it. Now, I would like to go queen a4 and bishop a6. But queen a4, he will definitely play a6. As bishop a6 as rook a8. So I'm doubling. It should be a bit easier for me to double here. Oh, f5. Wow. Nah. f4 is not dangerous. I have e4 against this move. Okay, he goes back. So, what am I going to do here? I want to move the knight, I think. I just don't know exactly where I would want to go. Connecting the c3 knight somehow with the e5 square would be good. Yeah, knight b5. I don't know. I'm a little bit unsure. Let's do it. Yeah, queen a3 is a tactical idea, but probably not one that is going to do all that much. Okay. And now the bishop is hanging. So I have queen c2 or something along these lines. Let's do it. Attack the bishop on c8 with a check. And potentially like bishop b7, go queen c7. I have a couple of new premium accounts in the chat. Yeah, but I think you guys are all premium for a while. I think I know the names at least from earlier sessions. So, what's going on here? Ankmish. Yeah, he's going for a fancy move here. I take, he takes on b5, and I have the move c6. This, I have a hard time to believe here that this is good. The pawn on b5 looks weak. e5 is not easily playable as f5 is hanging. No, it's not particularly stormy or snowy. It's more. It feels more like a typical autumn day, not very winter-like. So what's going on here? My knight to d4 to b5 is probably the way to go. He might play queen to c5 after knight d4. It's not that easy. Maybe knight d4, yeah? But still, he's got queen c5, which is a little bit irritating. A little bit. But okay, let's play it. Knight c5 doesn't threaten something directly, but I don't see a very clear way forward. Maybe I just play a move like f4 to get a bit more grip on the dark squares. Of course, I would like to promote the c-pawn, but that's not going to happen all that quickly. Not easy. I'm actually down on time. Have to be cautious there, not to get into big time pressure. So looks like he wants to go to c5 in this position. Yeah, that is definitely making some sense. When you can do this and play the bishop here, intending queen d2, going for the b4 pawn. Yeah. Blinder or Blinder is asking about the Pro Chess League. He says it's boring. I don't know, actually. I haven't looked at it in any kind of detail. I mean, I just checked that I'm not going to be able to play myself. Simply lack of time. Yeah, knight f5, there's queen g5. Doesn't do all that much. Yeah, well played by Ankmish here. I don't know about that. No, now he helped me. I have an excellent d4 knight now. Black doesn't really have any compensation for that, giving me that fantastic d4 piece. My idea is queen d2 and try to pick this up on b4. I wonder knight e6 maybe. He doesn't seem to want to play that move somehow. Okay. That looks good. Looks good for white. So that's a very good ending. The time is a little bit critical, but most likely I should have taken an h4. That was a mistake. I mean, I don't think it's very decisive, but I made a mistake there. Can pre-move at c8. Don't have that much time, but I think enough to finish this. F-pawn is going to do the trick. Yeah, thanks for the game, Arndt Misch. Very well played up to the ending. Only then I got some advantage after he played knight d3. Very well defended. So die Kraut or D Kraut, we don't know. Let's go e4. I've got white again. There was a request for a King's Gambit. I could have done that actually. Why not play a King's Gambit for fun? But yeah, that's about the most opposite thing to the King's Gambit. Play some anti-Berlin. Yeah, not my expertise. Oops. Yeah, bishop e7, I guess. I don't think black wants another double pawn. Oh! Wow. Wow, no, I completely blundered that pawn. Remarkable. Okay. Completely blundered the pawn. Yeah. And it's also not a good position is the problem. Ooh. A3, there's queen c2. Wow. Yeah, knight takes e4, he had bishop takes g5, so I was losing a pawn anyway. Pretty awful. Yeah, that's more or less lost here, this position. Cannot do much. Two pawns for absolutely nothing. Yeah, there is no good way to cover this. Queen c2 actually now. Oh wow, that was a really bad game. Queen c2 wins immediately. Oh wow. Okay, I should have played knight takes e4 at least. Yeah, d takes. Here I should have taken with the knight. That is a pawn down, but it still continues. Yeah, this just wins, of course. Wow, what a disaster. Okay, very good game here by Die Kraut. Wow. Lose with white in 15 in the Rui is difficult, but I managed. Can only get better from here. So yeah, let's play. I needed some points back, right? So where is he? Killer something. Killer 05. Wow, it was a miserable game. So Killer, give me your points. No, I do resign a piece down and a pawn down and a position down. It's just a waste of time, really, in those shows. There's a like a 1 in 100 chance that somebody screws this up. So I rather play a new game and get something interesting going. So this one, surprising. So what's is he going to do? F4 can be played. It's not completely outside of normal moves. I have to remember that this is 3-minute chess. It's very important. Three minutes and 5 minutes is a completely different thing. So I've got some nice space advantage. And black is a little bit cramped. Let's see what happens. So he wants to go to h5, it seems. And here, okay, can do this. And now I have some knight takes e5, those ideas. Black looks black looks uncomfortable here. So he wants to go rook d7, I guess. I mean, I can always just like take on e5 in those cases. Can slowly improve. Rook d6 was also possible. Huh. Yeah, white is just better anyway. So knight e5 or anything else. It's good enough. So I can take and move the knight. Moving the knight looks a little bit more dangerous. I just wonder where. Knight f7. Still knight e5. I probably have to take there most of the time. This actually looks good. He cannot go queen e5 because of the piece hanging with check, and this looks like a good control. I should have played bishop e6, but okay, it's still pretty good. So okay. King and pawn ending should win. But he can check me on d5, yeah. How to do this? Maybe it's a draw because of time. No draw now. No stalemate. Yeah, 6 seconds. Yeah, I'm always getting nervous because I'm not so quick here on that side. Not so used to the move entry. It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, I'm happy to play a match against Killer 05. Seems I'm handling this quite well. So let's see, who do we get? Like Jan 2555. Yeah, it's a bit trickier with the pre-moves. Yeah, Jan, are you around? He is around. So we have a modern Steinitz or Steinitz deferred. One of Black's ideas is there's some kind of f5 at an earlier stage than in some others. I still have to start with the normal moves, with conservative moves, and then see if I can get something in. So I think I'm going to play d5 here. Anyway, I get e3, right? Getting the bishop would be quite nice. Yeah, bishop g5. Yeah, I think I have to go f6. It's a little bit ugly, but not much that he can do. So he might play d4. I think need to do something like that. Knight to f4 might be interesting. Yeah, I think I'll go there. Just look at his somewhat weakened d3 pawn. Bishop f5 is also something in addition that I can try. Okay. Yeah, he might go to c5. Yeah. Not so happy with b6, but knight c5 looks a bit ugly. So what to do here? Yeah, let's kick him away here. Oh, can I not take there on d3? I thought I can take on d3 here. Didn't see any drawback here. Queen b3, I can play queen d5. Here I can take e4 or the bishop. No, sorry. Queen first. Sorry, I have to take the queen first, of course. That would have been a funny one. Have to take there first, of course. Yeah, rook d7, rook e7. Looks like a pawn. Why didn't I take e4? I could have just taken e4 here. What the heck? I mean, 2 times. I could have taken the knight 2 times. Woo. Yeah. So, I have not played a single game of chess today before the stream, and sometimes that really is kind of embarrassing. Like, what about the knight? Yeah, and now he sacrifices it. He sacrifices it for no particular reason. Oh no, that's not particularly nightmarish. I don't really. I mean, I really don't like to play badly, yeah. But it's it just happens sometimes. So the knight does not have many squares now. That was the idea. It is almost trapped. Almost. Knight h4 around the corner, winning g2. So knight still doesn't have many squares. Yeah, the bishop and knight mate would be funny. It would be funny to get. And now he can get to d6 actually. I don't know. I shouldn't have done that. Still should ultimately win. Wants to win this. Okay, I can flick in the check though. Okay. It's almost made, yeah. Knight f6 is made. Oh, that's funny actually. Yeah, here that's Zugzwang. He has to move the knight and then knight f6 made. Funny. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for playing, Jan2555 or 25555. So, who do we have? Alekinen. Let's play Alekinen. Oh, he's high rated. I think did he gain some points recently? He's a regular here anyway, but I think he gained some points. Knight h5. That's not supposed to be so great against the Petrosian, but I don't know exactly why, how, and so on. So yeah, probably has to go back now. f5 doesn't work. Probably just back to f6. This one, knight h5 often doesn't do all that much. You don't get f5 in, and then you just have weakened your position for no particular effect. So c5 is good. I can also play g4, h4 stuff, but c5 looks pretty good because currently he cannot take on c5. And this looks pretty terrible. Yeah, the other knight to b5 is the idea. I'm covering e4. Yeah, he wants to play f5 nevertheless, but let's have a look. One thing is, I don't have to play short castles necessarily. That's not going to be absolutely mandatory. Is that 3 minutes, by the way? Yeah, it looks like. Wow, f4. Wow. That should be a winning position now. Yeah, now white should absolutely win, because he has no counterplay whatsoever on the king side, and I'm just mopping up the queen side. Currently the bishop is hanging and doesn't have all that many squares, so I can just take as a simple solution. Let's do that. Knight c7 maybe, or let's connect rooks. Let's connect rooks. With a king on d2, the king's Indian is all of a sudden less fun. Yeah, kingside is closed. And now let's get doubled on the c file. Knight e6 coming up. Can also just move the queen, but knight e4 might hang. That might hang, yeah. Okay, so I'm taking it. Play on the pawns now. It probably wasn't the best play possible, but I had a look at the time and I needed to become a bit quicker. I can take with the rook. That's stupid. That was a stupid move. Well, wins the queen. Okay, thanks for the game, Alekinen. So, let's get going. That was a bit better than the games before, even though it was a really nice position out of the opening, admittedly. So, any other challenges? Spills. Let's play spills. Maybe I can somehow gain a couple of points at least. Yeah, after that start, it's probably an ambitious idea, but yeah, you never know. So, spills. Yeah, I'm going to take this thing. And now try to... He's giving me that pawn. It's definitely going to be somewhat risky, yeah? But what can you do? It's a relatively big pawn, a c3 pawn, so I'm taking it. So bishop to e3, to c3 is the idea, it seems. Man, not much that I can do here against this. Yeah, someone should really do a video series on the English opening. I wonder why isn't that done? So spills. I don't know. Bishop takes f6 is not a move that looks particularly frightening. Yeah, so the rook to b5 looks a bit more troublesome. b6, rook b5. It's a bit bad. So yeah, that doesn't change much. Let's focus here. Rook b5. It's not so great, yeah. Don't like this. Yeah, knight a5, there was still rook b5. But maybe, yeah, I can go to c7. I don't know. Yeah, a5 was hanging. So it does never work at all. So here, I was thinking just speed up my development. But I didn't see is that e7 might also just hang. I didn't see that. I wanted to castle here, but it doesn't look particularly great, but let's do it. Yeah, knight d8 is suggested in the chat. That's the move that just doesn't really. It doesn't look like it doesn't look very harmonious. So I try to avoid moves like that. If they look too bad, they're often just really bad. So this one, yeah, I was thinking the rook doesn't have many squares, but it might not be all that important. Can I do this for knight f4? It looks really shaky, this position. Knight d8 would have been good. Yeah, maybe, but if this is good, then so be it. It wasn't a move that ranked particularly high on my list of candidates. White should win this, Kramnik student says. I don't know, maybe. Is it so clear? Does he have something great here? I don't know. Knight f4 is an idea. Yeah, this one. But how good is that? He cannot castle. That shouldn't be forgotten. Yeah, c takes knight f4 is just good for black, I think. So he has to basically take with the e-pawn. And then knight f4. Not so clear, but I can do this. And now there are all kinds of ideas. Knight d3 is the most dangerous one. Yep, so grab here. Threatening knight e3. So the white development was problematic. So I can take here on d2 or Knight e3. Yeah, this looks good though. And now he cannot castle. No. Knight f4 doesn't quite work. g3 might be the next move. So the tech d5. Yeah, he had good long-term points there with the bishop pair and so on, but the king position is extremely important. Yeah, queen to b8 is around the corner, but this is not so much of a problem in itself. Rook d2 is my intention. I don't want to trade queens here, so but check it, king g2. There's nothing special. There's something to avoid the queen trades. Yeah, just centralize stuff. Maybe queen trade I didn't want to do. This didn't look very logical. Didn't even see that coming, that he's double attacking f7 here. But okay. I don't know if that was a turnover in this game. Turn around, I think is probably the right word. I'm really not sure if this was actually really bad for me or not. Might be, but it's not 100% certain. Cannot take d5. This mate on e2. And here, yeah, what do we do? Queen d4, queen a1. Queen a1, I could have done that earlier. Wasn't so difficult, right? I could have done that one move earlier. Okay, so Spills is going to be checkmated now. Thanks for the game, Spills. So, who do we have? We have here Gunner 27. Let's go, Gunner. yeah, Queen A1 mate, I know. It was a little bit... I was too much focused on covering f7. Okay, so Gunner. It's, yeah. No, I'm making the same finger failure again here, yeah. I go g6 there. Sometimes, yeah, that wasn't intended. Oh, e3, okay. e3 I don't mind that much. No, currently I'm not working on a particularly on a video series. No. If you want me to do something new for Chess24, yeah, ask them. So queen to b7 or queen a6 is also not bad. Yeah, b3, a4 is white's is a standard idea that white may play. My idea here is mostly knight g4 and knight e5. A video series versus anti-Sicilians. Isn't there something like that already on the site? There have been a couple of some Sicilian repertoires. I would be quite surprised if there isn't some anti-Sicilian part in there. I cannot tell you if Chess24 is doing any video series at the moment. I think something certainly is in the works. I think there always is, but I don't quite know. I mean, yeah, I have some things in store, maybe for an e4 repertoire for white. White against a Sicilian, but this is something pretty rough. The outlines of that are pretty rough. It's not the number one priority in the moment, at the moment. I also have some non-chess things to do that have to be done. Okay, so this and knight a2, where to get this back, or can also grab a2 at the end. Knight here. The knight here looks good. Queen b3, c4. Oops. Queen e2 loses the a2 pawn. So queen d2. No, this one. Okay. Wow. I did not think about this move at all. I can still take this. I had a question by Nazgu that he tried to learn my English repertoire released on. There's a rook here. Gunner. That he tried to learn my English repertoire, but it's hard to remember all lines. You know, the main thing is to not be worried all that much. I can assure you, you will probably, even if you don't remember remember all lines, you will still be better informed than your opponent. And what definitely makes sense is to start out with my video series and look at games, complete games, look for some expert players who play the English opening quite frequently, and go from there. Also, if you really want to learn it properly, play the lines in your blitz games, your rapid games, and whenever it comes up, try to figure out potential mistakes. Yeah, so you should one by one improve your understanding just by getting rid of the small mistakes over and over. So how do I end this? Yeah, queen c2 maybe, and then take b2. Yeah, looking forward to Tata Steel. Always one of the highlights of the year, coming up really early in January. Yeah, I might do some Tata Steel game of the day things but I have to see. Again, busy with many things. Yeah, it's an interesting question by Crumnick student. If I make a video series, if I keep sequence or really tell everything that I know. No, what I do is it is always a little bit shortened, let's say. Yeah, so I will quite often know a bit more than I tell, just because I'm cutting at a certain point. And in many cases, I have a little bit more analysis or general knowledge and stop at some point, simply because for space or time restraints. But I'm never going to like tell you something that I don't believe is right, or where I think that yeah, that I know something better and don't give it or whatever. Yeah, no, I'm perfectly trying to do everything correctly. There are cases where I recommend moves that you could maybe argue that there's a better move, but it will never be something a huge difference. Like sometimes you maybe have a move that is much more complicated, and the other move is simpler, but somehow manageable. Then I will often use the simpler move, the move that you can just learn easier or something like that. So what is this? Shadow Mate. He's playing some wacky sideline. I just wonder, can I really... What is this? Tom, you cannot challenge me because you're not a premium member. I'm sorry. I'm only allowed to play premium members. Tom is a former teammate and friend of mine, but it's the only way I can only play against premiums. Yeah, so he's getting e5 here, but I should have a very good development. Yeah, white might take c6, but that feels quite risky. He's still doing it. That feels more than risky. Queen f3. That's pretty ugly chess. So what now here? Rook b6 or d4? Or it all looks good. This is often a problem. It's sometimes easier if you only have one good looking move and everything else looks like nonsense. So here queen only has g5. Can also do this and ask him about the bishop. a4 isn't exactly a great square. Here, d4, queen g5. That looks really awful. I have a funny idea. Let's do that. d4. Queen g5, h6. Or do I have something better against queen g5 even? That's certainly possible. I wonder if I have something better even. I have an idea that I like, but we'll see. So this was my idea. Rook a5, h5, winning the queen. Might work, might not work, we will see. Yeah, how does he actually keep the queen? It has no squares. This is one of the few possibilities. So maybe here, so that rook e2 is even possible. Maybe f5 or something. So, I'm not winning material here, really. Rook h5, queen g3 is still going on. Amazing. I'm sorry, I don't know the book Chess for Life by Matthew Sadler. I heard it's supposed to be interesting, but I don't have it. Haven't read it. Knight e4. Now he's playing well here, yeah, all of a sudden. That looks like a good move, really. Wow, I really screwed it up. I really did. I certainly missed something good here. But don't ask me what exactly. I cannot take with the knight as my queen is hanging, and all kinds of things are hanging here. The bishop is hanging, for example. What is... Jesus. What did go wrong here? I don't understand. Something went terribly wrong. And I don't know what. Very strange. Very, very strange. So, bishop e3. I still cannot move the friggin' knight. But I can move the rook. Black is lost, Crumnick student says, but isn't the queen trapped now? e5 at bishop c5. Maybe I was lost, that's possible, but not anymore. Yes, queen g6. This is no, right? Miracle chess. Queen g6. He completely walked into this and now has queen g6. He will find it. It's the only playable move. The only playable move. And then f7 is attacked and I don't have a reply. Great. Great. I don't think he's not going to find it. But queen g6 is a move. Yeah, thanks for the game, Shadow Mate. I did not find a conversion there of that nice position. Tough. Okay, so yeah, let's go Schellingford. c4. I don't know what he display actually. Let's go knight f3. Yeah, I agree that Matthew Sadler's videos on Chess24 are good. I also like them. Yeah, knight c6, bishop f6, those are the moves here. Black is extremely solid in this variation. Shelling is taking some time. Yeah, let's see what he's doing. Taking bishop f6. Those are the normal moves. C takes, and then I think, is it rook c1? Before there was knight c7. Or this one? I don't remember. I simply forgot in my own analysis. So let's see what we get. Looks a little bit better for white though. So interesting. How to play this? Bishop d7 is most likely his next move. This is an idea, just trading off his best piece. That's not the only option, but it's a viable option for sure. Yeah, here white is a little bit better. Like not by much, but by a bit. Let's see how he plays it. Bishop e6, he has to consider rook c7 as well. And bishop e6 looks like normal, or yeah, moving the bishop looks normal. Wow. It's not the move, the kind of move that you think should work. But might still do. Okay, bishop h3 will go back, yeah? And I don't have anything great, is what he's trying to say. Huh, is he going b6 next, or what's the thing? Huh, I think I just double anyway. Let's double. Yeah, c8 is hanging first. Okay, now I can play bishop h3 or just rook to c7. I think rook c7 is my choice. I didn't quite see that move. He's got this back rank problem, or he can use my back rank issues. Ah, shoot. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there's a good question about some books. The Doretsky books are too painful. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, there is this saying, no pain, no gain, and it's not particularly wrong. You have to sometimes challenge yourself to get somewhere. I think he can just about cover the pawn. King d4, king c6. Just about covers it. And I don't have a way to really do much there. It's a bit of a shame. King d4 for b5 and then take it. Maybe a6. I don't know. I have to make a move. He might just hold it, right? a6. Now ready for b5. My bishop is positioned really unlucky in a way, really uncomfortable. Maybe force him to do this. He might actually, let's not pre-move this. He might actually play bishop d8 or something, but okay, we'll see. I'm thinking like bishop g2 back and then still play h3, g4 as f7 at the end is a weakness. Like still do this and then g4 next. Like f7. Yeah, he's getting this in, but I can do this. And bishop d4 next. Invading. D5 should fall. B5 also is hanging. No, just take it. Any check. Bishop check there. Looks like a little bit too much. People continue, for good reason. I might stalemate them. We had this earlier game. Always continue. Okay, thanks for the game, Shanning Ford. Yeah, winning the odd game here. But let's see. Yeah, what about this? Devil 70. Okay, so no GM norm tournaments this year. No, I'm not actively doing this anyway. I'm going to play I'm just going to play some smaller tournaments this year. I'm going to play very likely I'm going to play a small tournament in April in France, the Luc Open in Lille, and then maybe some smaller weekend events near the end of the year, but nothing is set in stone. But I don't really plan on anything substantial, anything big. No big tournaments coming up. Yeah, Devil played f3. I don't know if this is so necessary. Yeah, the f3 move. It looks a little bit strange here, White's position. Like you rather want to have the pawn on f2, yeah, so that knight f3 is a possibility. I'm going to fianchetto here because I think in the long run e5 is going to happen. Nope, never played in any Weigansee events. So, no, I actually have a tournament in Bavaria that I'm going to play. I'm going to play a small weekend in early September in Bavaria, near Passau. I'm getting e5 back. Take it. Queen takes, huh? So what do we have here? Anything tactical? Bishop e4. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to trade queens. I don't know. The move g4, and so it looks a little bit strange. Yeah. Okay, if I take g4, no. Let's centralize. No, I'm not going to play Pyramiden Cup, no. In September. It's a good question by Cromnick students. How many tournaments should one really play? That's tough. First of all, I think I would always advise to go for a little bit of quality with your tournaments. So what I mean is, it's not about playing the strongest events or anything, but play the tournaments that you feel are going to be enjoyable for you. Yeah, don't play under, let's say, some circumstances that you don't like. Yeah, I've, for example, found out that I don't really like to have like tons of double rounds where you play 2 games a day. 1 or 2 per event is kind of acceptable, but not more. Or yeah, I learned last year that it's better for me to not play in the absolute hottest summer heat. Yeah, so those kind of things. Play the events that where you feel everything is good. And don't play events where you kind of know that, okay, this is going to be, I don't know, too hot, too whatever. And then you have a built-in excuse also for bad results. So I tend to do the events that I think are enjoyable for me. I'm selecting things mostly. Yeah, mostly is maybe right. I mean, for a good part, just thinking about what can I do at this place besides playing chess. And this is one of the reasons, for example, why I'm going for that tournament in Lille in France. I've never been to France, simply. Check. Check the devil. It's a big check. Yeah, I've been to France, but just traveling through the country, but never been there for a week or something. Yeah, thanks for playing, Devil 70. Do we have some higher rated guys? I'm playing some higher rated guys. What should you do to improve on openings? Study very hard on one for white and black, or just learn some theory of every opening? Yeah, well, that depends. I always advise to have a core repertoire, some opening that you can rely on if everything, like when it counts, let's say, and then you can always check for alternatives for single games. So this is this funky line, yeah. Yeah, it's not particularly great, but it's also not particularly simple to play. Yeah, forgotten. I mean, I had this on the board just recently, maybe in one of those streams here, I don't know. And yeah, again, forgotten. This is of course always going to be dangerous in a blitz game. Yeah? However bad it may be objectively, it will always be extremely tricky. Yeah, this is the kind of thing you can never play against preparation, and you just lose with white. But yeah, he's already tricked me here. It's always frustrating. But you never look at those bad lines, simply. And this makes them dangerous in blitz chess. And 95 simply. Yeah. Okay. I look this up for next time, Mr. Satirica, and then I'm going to kick your butt. So let's go for a new game. Alaba 27123. Let's go e4. Yeah, you know, those special lines, they can be extremely effective. I mean, people don't look them up or forget them, and yeah, of course, in blitz those lines are really good. This is extremely unsound. Yeah, it is unsound. So Alaba. Yeah, I think this is how this is played, but I don't quite remember. I thought this is a problem with b4. Isn't this losing stuff? Oh no, e4 is hanging. I'm still irritated by that bloody game. I just blundered e4 there. I really have to focus here, not blunder away more points here. Knight e4, maybe queen e1, yeah, still is possible for a double attack. Wow. Yeah, rook a6 double question. My engine says, yeah, I'm not an engine, you know. Yeah, it was a very badly played game by me, of course. The one before that. Yeah, this is a double attack essentially. The bishop on c5 and the knight on e4 is hanging. So, yeah. Yeah, this is still a very unclear situation. Pawn might come to e4. So, yeah, e4. Maybe move the queen away there. Yeah, I think in the game against Satyricon I already did something wrong. That's no Scandinavian dude versus Karpov, where Karpov blundered the piece. That Larry Christensen from California. I think Larry is from California. So, knight is not yet hanging, but yeah, he might triple. Yeah, he might triple. So, yeah, he's fairly active here. Rook f1, queen g3, there's rook g4. I don't want to play knight to c2 or something like that, but I don't like this. It looks a little bit shaky, the position. Really unsure. Yeah. It looks questionable a little bit. No, I'm currently not watching any TV series. I did watch some things for a while, but not currently. Why can I not take at the end? I'll take it. This one, okay. So knight e3, or it's a little bit uncoordinated still. The queen is easier to play in a in a blitz game. Really the case. This no, come on. No. I don't want to lose stuff. This is actually not losing stuff. Maybe the c5 pawn. Really difficult to coordinate. No, I didn't want to move that. That was a mouse slip. No. Great. Great stuff. I did not want to play that. It's a pretty bad idea to give up material here. Yeah, it's just I cannot coordinate this position. It's simply difficult to do. And he can just check me. Let's check there. Any possibility here to coordinate it? Maybe this way, like here, and then check. And here, is there some kind of mate? He doesn't have checks at the moment. Rook f6. He's got g3, but my time was better. Whew. Yeah, it's really difficult. You cannot protect this easily because I didn't have good. I didn't have a good coordination there. Yeah, thanks for the game, Alaba. So, what do we have? We have someone really high rated. So, Black Smoke of Buddha. So maybe I can do something against him. Yeah, a3 to prevent any bishop b4s. Could I have taken the queen? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's not one of those days where I feel particularly awake, you know. I'm sorry, yeah. So here, I've got some pressure against the d-pawn. Maybe knight b5 is now an idea, which he tries to prevent with this successfully. Maybe bishop h3 is something that will help. No, I'm not drinking Red Bull. There's absolutely no chance. Totally hate that stuff. Yeah, I'm just preventing b5 in this situation. So there's no good way, no easy way to bring the bishop over to h3. Would like to get it there. Maybe queen to, wow. Wow. Let's prepare h4. I actually don't think that Nakamura is drinking Red Bull during the games. I'm very certain he isn't. I mean, it's not a great idea, I think. It looks pretty bad for Black Smoke of Buddha. So, how to do this? Let's get the knight in. Yeah, that looks pretty bad. Yeah, and he resigned. So I actually got to 2,600. I wasn't really in good shape, but I gained a couple of points. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed our show this week. I'm extremely happy that there wasn't any technical glitch. I had some technical problems. And last week, I mean, and tonight everything was fine. At least I think it was. So I think you, yeah, I think all of you are very active in the chat. I hope you will be back next week. This will be right during Tata Steel. Probably after the round is finished. Yeah, probably, yes. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Till next week. Bye-bye.